ain't gon' waste no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with me. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' waste no time. Rolex studded with stones and flooded gym.
Unorthodox speed.
She ain't gon' waste no time. 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 Rolex is steady with stones and gems. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on that shit. And she ain't gon' waste no. On the road, she gon' get it. Duffel bag, she come equipped. Fully loaded and extended. She ain't gon' wait no time. Pulling out the light and it brand new. The bag on the arm cost a whip too. Half flip to the side, nails done too. Feet gon' match, little baby so cute. Ooh, she ain't gon' waste. Pull up in the wood, speed race. Drop the top, hop in, let me chase you. Girl like to play tag with you, it's basic. You come through. Designer on you like you. Girl, if it's a secret, I'm immune. With the heavens up above from you. Designer with comments, she poppin' tags. And she ain't gon' wait no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with you. She ain't gon' wait no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' wait no time. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' wait no time. No. She ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' wait no time. Nah, she ain't gon' waste no. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' wait no.
Get that ass a round of applause, she bought it. She gon' wear a crown hard and say that she got it. She gon' shake that ass for the hustlers in the bottom. Shout out to her cousin and the friends, they taught her. She got her degree like a granny and her mama. Fuck them little niggas, you don't want me, you don't need them. Don't trust the white man, they all just greedy. Don't trust these bitches, still gossip your secrets. Let's stay wet like a string she licking. You got a big bag where her bag is deeper. Give a nigga chills like Jeepers, Creepers. Eyes wide shut, but shorty still peeping. Big Draco with a drum, she keepin'. Big Draco with a drum, she get her ass around.
Designer with comments, she poppin' tags. And she ain't gon' wait no time. If you got them coming, she coming with me. And she ain't gon' wait no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. And she ain't gon' wait no time. The Rolex is flooded with stones and gems. My God. It's on it. Let's do the stones. Nene and Birkin, she on it. Designer with comments, she poppin' tags. And she ain't gon' waste no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with me. She ain't gon' wait no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' waste no time. Rolex studded with stones and flooded gems.
Unorthodox speed.
She ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' waste no time. She ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' waste no time. She ain't gon' wait no time. Rolex is steady with stones and gems. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on that shit. And she ain't gon' wait no. On the road, she gon' get it. Duffel bag, she come equipped. Fully loaded and extended. She ain't gon' wait no time. Pulling out the light and it brand new. The bag on the arm cost a whip too. Half flip to the side, nails done too. Feet gon' match, little baby so cute. Ooh, she ain't gon' waste. Pull up in the wood, speed race. Drop the top, hop in, let me chase you. Girl like to play tag with you, it's basic. You come through. Designer on you like you. Girl, if it's a secret, I'm immune. With the heavens up above from you. Designer with comments, she poppin' tags. And she ain't gon' wait no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with you. She ain't gon' wait no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' wait no time. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' wait no time. Nah, she ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' wait no time. Nah, she ain't gon' waste no. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit.
ass a round of applause, she bought it. She gon' wear a crown hard and say that she got it. She gon' shake that ass for the hustlers and the ballers. Shout out to her cousin and the friends, they taught her. She got her degree like a granny and her mama. Fuck them little niggas, you don't want me, you don't need them. Don't trust the white man, they all just greedy. Don't trust these bitches, they'll gossip your secrets. Let's stay wet like a string she licking. You got a big bag where her bag is deeper. Give a nigga chills like Jeepers, Creepers. Eyes wide shut, but shorty still peeping. Big Draco with a drum, she keepin'. Big Draco with a drum, she get her ass around.
Designer is coming, she poppin' tail. And she ain't gon' waste no time. If you got them coming, she coming with me. And she ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. And she ain't gon' waste no time. The Rolex is flooded with stones and gems. My God. It's on it. Let's do the stones. Nene and Birkin, she on it. Designer with karma, she poppin' tail. And she ain't gon' waste no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with me. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' waste no time. Rolex studded with stones and flooded gems.
Unorthodox speed.
She ain't gon' waste no time. 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 Rolex is steady with stones and gems. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on that shit. And she ain't gon' waste no. On the road, she gon' get it. Duffel bag, she come equipped. Fully loaded and extended. She ain't gon' wait no time. Pulling out the light and it brand new. The bag on the arm cost a whip too. Half flip to the side, nails done too. Feet gon' match, little baby so cute. Ooh, she ain't gon' waste. Pull up in the wood, speed race. Drop the top, hop in, let me chase you. Girl like to play tag with you, it's basic. You come through. Designer on you like you. Girl, if it's a secret, I'm immune. With the heavens up above from you. Designer with karma, she poppin' tail. And she ain't gon' wait no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with me. She ain't gon' wait no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' wait no time. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' wait no time. 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 Nah, she ain't gon' waste no. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' waste no.
Get her ass a round of applause, she bought it. She gon' wear a crown hard and say that she got it. She gon' shake that ass for the hustlers and the ballers. Shout out to her cousin and the friends, they taught her. She got her degree like a granny and her mama. Fuck them little niggas, you don't want me, you don't need them. Don't trust the white man, they all just greedy. Don't trust these bitches, they'll gossip your secrets. Let's stay wet like a string she licking. You got a big bag where her bag is deeper. Give a nigga chills like Jeepers, Creepers. Eyes wide shut, but shorty still peeping. Big Draco with a drum, she keepin'. Big Draco with a drum, she get her ass around.
Designer is coming, she poppin' tail. And she ain't gon' waste no time. If you got them coming, she coming with me. And she ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. And she ain't gon' waste no time. The Rolex is flooded with stones and gems. My God. It's on it. Let's do the stones. Nene and Birkin, she on it. Designer with karma, she poppin' tail. And she ain't gon' waste no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with me. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' waste no time. Rolex studded with stones and flooded gems.
Unorthodox speed.
She ain't gon' waste no time. 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 Rolex is steady with stones and gems. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, Birkin, she on that shit. And she ain't gon' wait, no. On the road, she gon' get it. Duffel bag, she come equipped. Fully loaded and extended. She ain't gon' wait no time. Pulling out the light and it brand new. The bag on the arm cost a whip too. Half flip to the side, nails done too. Feet gon' match, little baby so cute. Ooh, she ain't gon' waste. Pull up in the wood, speed race. Drop the top, hop in, let me chase. Girl like to play tag with you, it's basic. You come through. Designer on you like a view. Girl, if it's a secret, I'm immune. With the heavens up above from you. Designer will come and she poppin' tags. And she ain't gon' wait no time. You got them dollars, she coming with. She ain't gon' wait no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' wait no time. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' wait no time. She ain't gon' wait no time.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. Of course, my name is Jeremy Jones, and normally I make content about sneakers and occasional try-on hauls, but, you know, Music Monday is new to the channel, man. So y'all smash the like button, sub up if y'all haven't done so already, man. So this is a new segment that I'm kind of bringing to the channel, man. It's been having its spurts here and there, so pretty much y'all see the topic. Dunks was going to be joining me, but I think he has to work a little bit of overtime. I already sent him the link, so if he hops in, we'll add him up on the screen. So salutes to Dunks as always. I see we got a few people in the building. I see we got Kwame and we got J-Rod. What up, fellas? Appreciate that. Sign up for the Sold Out Discord. It is pinned up at the top and it is free, man. So we talk sneakers, we talk music, we talk a little bit of everything on there. I slowly have been seeing the growth over there and, you know, just the channel in general, man. So tonight we want to talk Kanye. Now, I know I say like Kanye and Adidas, and that should be kind of falling on like a sold out topic. But at the end of the day, man, Kanye, in my opinion, started out as a music artist first, so I feel like it was only right we can cover this on Music Monday, kind of switch it up a little bit just to get off some of the drama type of things. But yeah, Kanye was a music artist first if you ask the kid, right? Okay, and actually I think he was actually into art, so it's kind of like Kanye is very versatile, but Kanye has not been the same since, all honesty, since graduation, right? We're gonna talk music tonight because it's Music Monday, man. So y'all sound out, smash the like button, sub up. But yeah, Kanye, in my opinion, has not been the same. And all honesty, homie's been catching lawsuits after lawsuits, and it seems like it's another class action lawsuit for Adidas, but it still stems behind the Ye situation, right? Okay, and this is all a legend and opinionated base. I don't know anything. I don't work for these people. I'm just going off what's being reported on there already. Apparently, Ye is in the works for dropping a new sneaker. When is it coming? I'm not actually sure. Rumors is it's supposed to be 2024, but don't quote me on that. So we shall see. Look like we got Manny with the kicks in the building. Says, "What's good, my guy? Bing bong. What up, Manny? What up?" But we just talking Ye tonight, little chill stream, just relaxing. Y'all know I'm feeling nice right now. But long story short, man, honestly, the future of Ye is what I really want to kind of touch on the topic. So this is Music Monday. I will say this, Adidas, I would say I borderline feel sorry for him, but I don't, you know. It was probably a lot of truth between what Ye said, but really the bigger question that me and Dunks always have on the sideline is, what really made, like, push Ye over the deep end, you know, man, so to speak? Because reality is, you don't, you know, you go from being a billionaire back to millions, which he's still rich, but it's like the same time, all these lawyer fees and lawsuits, they're not adding up. Keep in mind, there's been lawsuits for Donda Academy. We've covered that as well. There's been lawsuits for pretty much that STEM play. A lot of the stuff that was backing him, they have all backed out. And I've yet to hear Bound, what is his second album? Donda 2. Well, not his second album, but his latest album was Donda 2. The way he decided to market that one on the STEM player. Remember, everybody was paying $200 for the STEM player. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I know the simple solution, because I say this all the time, like, man, Ye could just get the help that he may or may not need, but to the best of my knowledge, you can't just make somebody, like, go to get the help they need. They have to want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You have to want it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like if you have a particular problem, your all your family members and close ones could say they could see it, but if you don't go get help, then and you don't want the help, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of things that he may be, battling with. And to be honest, I felt like Ye hasn't been the same since Graduation. If we're going to go down the rabbit hole, and I'm talking the album Graduation, once he got out of that college theme, and then his next album was what? He did the one like 808 and Heartbeats. It was okay. And then the one I can't stand was the one that had Bound 2 on it, was the one where it was like Yeezus. I'm sorry, like Yeezus was okay, but from there, it just seems like less like energy went into it, you know what I'm saying? But people still work with him because it's like, yay, and this is all my opinion. This is all alleged. Manny says, I'm trying to get on your level right now. Hey, it's very high up there if you catch my drift. But I'm chilling, man. We just chilling tonight. The Slayer says, what's Gucci, fellas? Jeremy always coming with the latest news. Appreciate the content. Big homie Jay. No problem, Slayer. Appreciate that, man. As y'all come in this joint, smash the like button, sub up. Salute to everybody that's come in. Salute, Slayer, from Manny. Most definitely, man. I like to just stay on current events. You know what I'm saying? And this one is the latest one that I've seen. Apparently, Ye has started. The lawsuit actually started. I'm going to share my screen in like a few minutes. I just kind of like, I want to just kind of get the vibe of how I just see like the downward spiral, so to speak, of with Ye. You know what I'm saying? You see how dudes walking around like, oh, honestly, like, I'm not here to say judge anybody. And see, we could also, Jay-Z was walking around like that at one point with his hairstyle and stuff, but like Jay still was making business moves and keeping to himself though. Ye is just kind of like, I'm sorry, he looks dirty to me. You know what I mean? That's the best way I can see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to judge the man at all, because clearly he's going through something. And I said he's been keeping a low profile, but to be honest, the stuff that he's done thus far or been accused of thus far has literally hurt a lot of people. Not just Adidas. Literally, we don't even. When's the last time we seen like an Adidas unboxing video, bro? If we're gonna keep it 100. And Ye, while Nike was beating them tremendously, Adidas was always right up on, like, I ain't gonna say they was right up under their necks, but they was, if there was anybody close enough, it was gonna be Adidas. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is Music Monday, but Ye is I think they even sued him for the Genius documentary. He had that spot on Netflix for a little bit. I think that actually got sued for certain particular materials in there. Don't quote me on that, but Ye, in my opinion, man, the guy can't catch a break. You know what I'm saying? I'm stressed out for Ye. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to keep it 100. We got one in the building says Balenciaga DMX. He had a deal on the table with Balenciaga, but once he went on making those like comments he made, bro, another level. And I don't know what inspired. To be honest, if I got to keep it 100, it seems like Ye just got where he could feel like he was Mr. Untouchable. Is that what it feels like to have $1 billion or be worth $1 billion? I think that, honestly, I know they say don't let the fame and the money go to your head, but I think we can put a little of that in there on Ye if we're going to keep it 100, right? And let me just clarify. Think about it. You go from where he was, barely making it to the billionaire status. Like, the billionaire status is a whole nother, like, level, So, yeah, I feel like Ye just got kind of cocky and just, let things he just become a little bit more careless, I should say. But is there hope for Ye? Possibly. But he got to want to change, man. I want to touch on some of these lawsuits. I think I'm going to start with the stuff that I seen that's floating around on TMZ. Now, again, you got to take all this stuff with a grain of salt, because none of this may or may not be true. I'm just going to read what's posted out there. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying it's not true. I don't know. Personally, again, this is all alleged. But I know he has been against this, but everybody, I've been the one who said, man, I miss the old Kanye, man. The one where he was just passionate about his craft. That's all it was. Now, I don't know. Again, the stuff that I've seen floating around for his shoes, they look like straight up like socks. But he get a lot of his inspiration from Japanese or Japan. And I think that's how it is over there in their culture, so I don't know. But at the same time, you know, you got to bring it back full circle here. That's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? But let me share my screen. I want to cover over like a couple headlines here. Pretty much the lawsuits that he's facing. And then we will just dive right in. So y'all smash the like button as y'all come in and out of this joint. Sub up if you haven't done so already. So let me share my screen right here. Boom, right here. So this is the first one I seen that I came across today when I was searching for a topic for Music Monday. It says Kanye West ex-biz manager, which I'm assuming biz is short for business. It has to be. Says wants to know, where are you hiding? Because Ye definitely been kind of keeping it quiet. Says, where in the world is Kanye West? He can't, that's my thing. You can't hide from all the joint. You know what I'm saying? You gotta face the stuff that you like kind of built, you know what I mean? And I think there is hope for Ye, but it ain't gonna be it's definitely gonna have to start with a major apology, but I don't know if we can see that from him. The Slayer says, bring back Graduation, Ye. Thank you, bro. Can we get, in my opinion, right? Sound off, what are the best Ye's albums? In my opinion, his best albums, in my opinion, and he got some fire ones, but in my opinion, real quick, Ye's best albums to me will always be College Dropout, Late Registration, and then Graduation. That whole theme, that package, I separate that as like his best body of work. Now I did like his other ones as well, some of them, but they still just didn't touch. Like, to me, they just didn't touch. They didn't touch those albums. It's like his whole theme changed. And I know you're supposed to change because you don't want to sound the same consistently, right? But you still gotta have some consistency to let us know that it's you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But that's in a nutshell. If I had to guess, that's me. I want to know what y'all think is his best albums. Like I said. And another one I kind of get with, what is it? When he went on the, like, what is it, St. Pablo joint? Or he was gonna name it Waves, and then he named it another joint. Like, I think it's like the St. Pablo. I'll have to look at his albums. I'll probably even pull up all of Ye's albums up here. Matter of fact, while we're on it, because this is Music Monday, I'm gonna pull up all of Ye's albums real quick on Google. Just a quick Google search so I can have some right in front of me real quick. So I put in YEEZY. I should have just put in Kanye West albums. And that's another thing, because, you know, he went on the whole name change where he goes by Ye. And I remember he used to say it was Kanye West, you know, and then people just stopped calling him that. They just called him Kanye. He didn't like that at first, you know what I'm saying? So the guy has showed early signs of this kind of like a long time ago. So I do got the albums somewhat in front of me. Let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom, right here. So yeah, Graduation was in 2007. And then we have, The Life of Pablo is the one I'm thinking of. That's another album that I actually was feeling as well. I like that one. Now, Donda, I wasn't too impressed with. That's the latest one. I know Donda 2 technically is the latest one, and I put that in quotations. But Late Registration, Watch the Throne with him and Jay-Z went hard too. You know what I'm saying? Ye got a nice body of work, but I noticed when it was time to cut ties with him, Jay-Z didn't waste no time. You know, he just kind of, they don't even speak on him, you know, so to speak. Let me hit the chat real quick. Man with the Kick says, Ye went from nobody messing with him to the world in his hands. I blame his manager and team for let him go downhill. I mean, but who's to say they didn't try? You know, you get to that point where they say money is the root of all evil. Maybe he just wasn't trying to hear it from nobody. Maybe you couldn't tell him nothing. And no disrespect to Ye on this one, but let's not forget when he went down that whole, like, and this is not take shot. This is not a bad thing, but he went down a whole, like, spiritual, like, when he, like, the album he did in 2019, it says Jesus is King. And remember, he was having, like, Sunday service every Sunday where he was performing, but the Sunday service joint, he was charging people $50 for breakfast, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all knew that, but he was charging homies $50 for breakfast. And then the sad part is, it was like pancakes and like some sausage or something. Pause. But that was all it is. And like, from what I was hearing, it wasn't even like warm or even like that, like lukewarm, where, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't worth $50 is the point I'm trying to get at. So pause on the sausage coming. But honestly, like, the Ye album in 2018, I couldn't get with it. I couldn't get into it. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010 kind of hit. Yeezus, I couldn't get with it. Jesus is King, I just feel like I never even gave it a chance. And Down to 2, I never even got a chance to hear it. And a lot of this stuff is kind of like mixtapes and stuff, so I don't really count this. But in this, you got to think of all the features he did as well. You know what I'm saying? And the rumors is, of course, he is married again, but I don't know. He's kind of been trying to keep a low profile. And, you know, he's never really liked the paparazzi in his face to begin with. So we got to keep that in mind as well. Frankie Bang Bang says, yo ho boys. What up, Frankie? J-Rod says, that Ye ain't ever coming back. You don't think so? You think he's too far gone? You may be right though, J-Rod, to keep it 100, because he may be too far gone at this point, bro. And you know what's crazy, right? And let me put myself back on the main screen before I touch on the other these topics. What's crazy with this joint is he still like it's if he wants to come back, it's what I should say, right? Because reality is there's still a lot of people like sitting around waiting and hoping that like, hey, he comes back and we get the Yeezys and everything. Wherever he goes, he's got a strong fan base. If we're going to keep it 100, he's got a strong fan base. He has to. Literally, the person that I watched earlier today that's used to be, I ain't going to say his name, but y'all know if you watch Sneaker YouTube, all they talked was yay this, yay that. And when they put out there that like, hey, he's got some stuff in the works, and they showed like the stuff that was on his feet, he's like, man, I may can get with. I'm like, damn, like y'all. Come on, man. I'm not taking shots at buy what you like at the end of the day, but like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not getting with those like ninja shoes that he's wearing on his feet. You know what I'm saying? Even they said they would get down with, remember when he did the Balenciaga boots where it was up to his knees? Those were gonna, like, the thing is, people just wanted a piece of them, I guess. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I like Ye stuff, but at the same time, I don't be so like Ye driven, especially with the stuff he had those kids wearing for uniforms in the school. You know what I'm saying? What I seen floating around, allegedly. Let's see. Man with the Kick says, same here, Polo, classic album, and Donda 1 fire. Donda 1 was straight. It was okay. I wasn't too impressed, but I wasn't like mad at it either. Donda 2, I guess nobody's gonna hear it unless we get the stem player, which I think they took it down, so you can't even really, you can buy the stem player, but it ain't gonna probably have his album on it. But don't quote me, I don't know. Man with the Kick says, Watch the Throne, Waves. Most definitely, it was fire. J-Rod says, Ye made Kim look like the competent person. He got major issues. Yeah, true. That was something I wasn't really expecting to begin with too. Like him and Kim getting married, and I mean, no disrespect, but I'm not surprised that didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like low key. I used to be like super attracted to Kim Kardashian. I meant to say Kim Kardashian, but yeah, I used to be super attracted to her. But like, you know, like overall, I just got over that joint. You know what I'm saying? I just got over it. Like, she just don't do it for me no more. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. I don't know too much. Men on the Kick says, J-Rod with the skulls. The Slayer says, his mom passing probably had a big effect too. You only have one mom. This is true. I will say this. That is a big major thing that if we gonna really, I always said that too. Like when he lost his mom, his mind went too. He left with her. You know what I'm saying? Cause he had a momager, you know what I'm saying? Which is basically a mom manager. I think she was his manager. You know what I'm saying? So I think at that point when she goes, you know, he obviously had to hire, well, I don't think he had to hire somebody else, but he obviously did. And here we are today, man. At one point, Ye, and he still can be considered as a great, I was going to say, but he, like I said, he was easily considered one of the greats of all time. I just hate to see him like with his legacy going down this way. That's why I said I hope he low-key bounces back, but I don't know what he's on. And I wish Dunks was on because Dunks had told me one time he had like this crazy dream about Kanye. So I'm very curious, like, which he told us what it was, but he had told us like low-key, he said that he tried to have just a serious conversation with Kanye, like, you know what I'm saying? J Rod says Kanye love. Hey man, you know what I meant? I meant to say Kim Kardashian, bro. Give me a little break, man. Man with the Kick says Fact Slayer, but it's all good, J Rod. I know what I meant. But yeah. I mean, low key, I liked his, like, I was his biggest fan at one point too. Like I had all of his physical hard copy CDs. Nothing is coming out right tonight, but y'all know what I mean. Manny says hella pause, and I hear you, Crush, Fault, Coy shaking my head. Nah, you talking about Coi Leray? Nah, I ain't say no crush on that. I ain't say I had a crush on her. I said Lotto. Yeah, Lotto. I ain't say Coi Leray. If that's what you talking about, I ain't say her. She can't do nothing for me. You know, and let me clear, she's straight, but she not for me. I'm gonna just put it like that. I'm not, you know what I mean? She not bad, but not for me. But yeah, man, I messed up on the Kanye joint. But let's get on these topics tonight, man. I'm gonna share my screen. Dope artist. Like I said, is there a possible comeback for him? It's gonna be really hard, but I feel like Kyrie kind of made his comeback, and I know it's basketball, and he said similar stuff. So I mean, but at the same time, he hit the apology joint and went out there and just played ball. And if he's smart, just keep his mouth closed too. But let me get back on the rest of this other article. Let me share my screen. Boom, right here. So I just hope that I don't know, especially with all this Ye. I just feel like he's a perfect example of like how much can one person take. It's like, okay, cool, he dropped the ball, but like the man clearly just wants to be in peace of what I'm getting from it. It says, where in the world is Kanye? Ye's ex-business manager. How ironic. Okay, so yeah, ex-business manager says Kim Kardashian's ex has been playing a cat and mouse game for weeks, all over a lawsuit. Manny says Lotto F her up. It was a straight shot. It was a straight shot. It wasn't. I don't think she was trying to be disrespectful. You know, I'm biased with Lotto, but she didn't have to take that shot at Coi Leray though. That was not cool. Brian Williams says it's over Kanye and Adidas. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard comeback. I will say this. I'm gonna say this about Kanye and Adidas. I think when he said Adidas can't drop him, I think what he should have said is like, hey, to be honest, Adidas can't afford to drop me. And that's literally what we're witnessing here. There was some truth behind what he said. He just didn't word it correctly because, I mean, to be honest, yes, Adidas has like what? We're not checking for the Bad Bunny joint selling, but they can't do what Ye is bringing to the table, man. No disrespect to the Bad Bunny joints. And who else we got? Who is it? The Fear of God. They did that. What's his name? Jay Lorenzo. Hoping I'm saying his name correctly. Ain't nobody checking for that over there at Adidas, bro. Like, cause we already said what's gonna bring Adidas back. But I'm assuming I wouldn't be surprised they like, yo, just let's get this apology thing and so we can get back into our billions. But I mean, you know, if Ye don't want to do it, he don't want to do it. The business manager, Thomas St. John, is suing Ye for $4.5 million and is frustrated because he can't serve him with the necessary legal documents. This is according to the U.S. Sun. Okay, so, that's one of the things too. If anybody's ever been hit with I've been hit with something like that before too. But they gotta serve you first. If you don't never get served, you technically don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know his whereabouts, and this is all old because like this actually is posted from in 2022, but I got the most updated current version from TMZ on this one, so I just want to touch on this one a little bit too. Let me hit the chat real quick. The Slayer says checks over stripes. I mean, yeah, that's an easy one. Man of the Kick says checks over flats. Wow, got you. I mean, I feel like Ye, we got to keep in mind at one point Ye was with Nike. You know what I'm saying? The Slayer says, and Man with the Kick says, preach big bro. Let's see, the suit over unpaid fees can't move forward until Kanye gets served either directly or through other means. St. John says he can't find a legit address on Ye. So, and this is from December 2024. Kanye has been spotted several times in the last 2 weeks, both times in LA. TMZ broke the story. Kanye's been leading a nomadic life for months, traveling here and there and not really having a home base. As for St. John and Kanye, the relationship blew up last January, according to St. John, where Ye screamed at him in an aggressive fashion and pulled the plug on their relationship. Okay, so they've been beefing. Kanye was on a downward spiral then, you know what I'm saying? Spiral. Kanye's been shunned after a slew of anti-Semitic remarks, and Kim is trying to navigate the mess for the sake of their 4 children. She's tearfully talked about those struggles on Angie Martinez's podcast. So yeah, let's see. Adidas reportedly sitting with over $500 million in Yeezys. That's another thing too. We've been hearing what's going to be happening with the Yeezys. So he's stressing a lot of people out. Maybe he's not trying to. Kanye's living like a transit and blowing through money, bro. That's another thing too. I hate to say it. If this, you know, I don't know if this is true. This is my thing. Ye not Purdue. I don't know how much money Ye got. Right? Let's just keep it 100. We don't know how much money he got. But if you keep taking from the pot and not adding, I don't care if you do got over $1 billion, which we debunked that. And let's clarify this too real quick while we on this joint. Just because you are a billionaire, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean the person has like billions of dollars. They just have a access to like $1 billion. Like, you know what I'm saying? That stuff could be like their home, their cars, their land, which he does own a lot of land. But you know, that's not actual physical dollars. You know, sure, they can probably grab $1 billion before maybe like I could. I'm gonna use myself for an example, but that don't necessarily mean, you know what I'm saying, they necessarily have $1 billion. I always like to put that out there for the people who don't know. But I will say this. It's, if you keep, like I was just saying, if you keep taking from the pot and not adding, I don't care who you are, you don't get that luxury until like you pretty much reach retirement status and you probably don't got everything like taken care of. Again, he still got millions of dollars, but he's getting hit with, even if he technically hasn't lost a lawsuit yet, right? But his main source of income was probably most likely Adidas. You know what I'm saying? All his major sponsors and stuff and all his other deals have been dropped to the best of my knowledge, right? And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. So really, you know, yeah, he gets probably a check from his music, but at the same time, Jay-Z sold his masters according to Kanye, and this is all alleged and opinionated, right? But apparently, Ye don't own his masters, you know? And Jay-Z sold his masters. Apparently, rumor has it, and I don't know if this is true, but this is a good Music Monday topic now that I'm glad we're on it. Apparently, according to Ye, which I don't know if this is true, so this is all alleged, from what I've heard, Ye was upset with Jay-Z because Jay-Z sold Kanye masters to get to own his masters. I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently that didn't sit right with Ye as well. You know what I'm saying? All that being said, though, you still had access to a Billy. I just don't see how. That's my thing too. You gotta get checked out if somebody started blowing through it like that. So apparently he's just living like carefree is what we're getting from it. Now I don't know. Let me hit the chat. Well, let me hit the this article too. This is one that's come up as of April 28, 2023. So this is the latest one on this one. Let's see. J-Rod, didn't Ye do Big Sean dirty? According to Big Sean. And you remember Ye went on that rant where he said he was going to give their masters back, because Ye owns quite a bit of people's masters because he had people signed to him and he owned their masters. That's how low key the music industry, from what I get from it with these deals, most of them are like kind of like a pyramid type of setup where, cool, all right, cool, you so-and-so own yours, but you sign so-and-so, which they means they all get a cut from the top and you get, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? Not cool, but at the same time, the one thing with a music artist, I feel like you're in a rock and a hard place. Like, sure, you can stay independent and grind it out, but eventually, you know what I'm saying, when that deal come knocking at your door and people got a bag in front of your face full of money. Funny, we had this conversation in the Goodfellas. Similar story, but I'm going to just use it for an example. When the bag come knocking at your door, how hard are you say you won't sell out, right? You say you like, man, I'm going to keep independent, keep grinding, but I'm going to put it this way. Everybody got a price. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I'm already doing what I do anyway, and I'm getting the bag up front, and they're putting up, you know, now they got the marketing behind it where all I got to do is basically rap, you know, but then the problem with music artists is like you have to stay hot the whole entire time for your deal to be awesome. We can take Drake, for example. He constantly puts out something every year that's gonna be like does numbers. So his deal, he not really stressing, you know what I'm saying? But the average artist, you know what I'm saying? Not all of them are timeless is what I'm trying to get at. They make some great hits, but I mean, once that's why it's usually a 5 album deal. But reality is, and then what I also learned is even with the 5 album deals, you can't just, because I was like, okay, well, why don't they just put out a whole bunch of crap and then just, all right, cool, I'm free on my contract, let me out. It don't work like that. You still have a time frame of when you can drop it too. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, I think you got to wait a whole 9 months. And see, we can talk NBA Youngboy too. A little off mode here, but we're talking music tonight with these deals. You know what I'm saying? As much body of work as he has put out, and he still didn't necessarily get to just walk away from his deal because they're like, yeah, he don't complete it. He put out way more than whatever the album, requirement was. It's like, yeah, but if you put it out, the record labels have it and this is just opinionated, you know what I mean? They have it where, sure, you can say you got a 5 album deal, you can produce as much music, you can drop whenever you want to, so to speak, but they don't have to count it as an album if you don't do it within a certain time frame. You know what I'm saying? You have to wait an X amount of time frame between that. A lot of people don't know that little hidden part in their frame. So say like, you drop 2 albums in 1 year where they're like, well, you can only do 1 album a year. You can drop another one, but we're not going to count it as an album, even though we're still going to eat off of it and make a whole bunch of money, this, that, and the third. Now, you can also go back to some of the older OGs where they can say like, hey, yes, your deal may not be the best, but if you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're hot and you're consistent, you can go back and renegotiate some things. You know what I'm saying? And I think we can say some artists have not really tried that, and who's to say they haven't? You know what I'm saying? But I've yet to see any artists that really, while they're hot, they don't really complain. But when things start to cool off a little bit, they don't point the finger at their deal. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. I ain't got to say no names because we can go down a rabbit hole. We'll be here on this live all night. Y'all know, but I'm only going to do an hour and 30 minutes tonight. The Slayer says that music business be hella shady. Most definitely, man. And they've been preaching it over the years, like from like early 90s hip hop. If we're going to keep it 100, they always say like, hey, the deals suck. These deals suck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but people still, when the opportunity come knocking at their door, they still sign up with no hesitation. At least it appears that way. You know what I mean? And that's just how the game go, man. I hate to say, I'm not saying they need them, but the thing why people do sign, they do say it's somewhat easier, where all you got to do is focus on the music. They handle all the other stuff. But whenever you're independent, you gotta all the stuff that they provide from the labels, you gotta put that all up and do it yourself. What you can do, it's just going to require a little bit more work. Say like, you could say me, for example, you know what I'm saying? I do a lot of this stuff behind the scenes myself, but it can get exhausting at times. So I can only imagine if you're like, your music takes off where, you got a big fan base now, we got millions of people. Do you really got the means to keep everybody, I mean, it can be done. It's just going to require a little bit more work. You got to have a little bit more business strategy. And I think what people get concerned about is they don't want to take away from the creativity of their art. So if they sign to the record label, now they can just really focus out on turning out a dope album, which 9 times out of 10, that's how the game go. Sometimes the albums flop though, J Rod says Illuminati has entered the chat. Oh man, I've heard so many mixed things about the Illuminati situation, man. I don't know. I've seen videos floating around on YouTube for years of people showing like, okay, this is this and this and this and this is what this symbolizes. I don't know. I don't know what to believe, to be honest, man. And like I said, if Dunks was here, he would probably share his 2 cents about how he feels about it. Let me see if he actually texts me real quick. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it or not. But, yeah, I think we just got a little message from the Discord. No problem. But, yeah, Dunks is working hard getting to the shmoney. But, yeah, he definitely was one of the people that used to bring that up to my attention back in the day. I paid it attention, but I didn't pay it attention, if that makes sense. Let's see. The Slayer says Jay-Z for sure. Let's see. Man with the Kick says NBA Young Boy got effed up by his label. They count his album as mixtapes. Some of them shaking my head, and he should have looked over his contract before signing. Think about this, though. I get what you're saying, Manny. I get what you're saying, and everybody says that. But if you don't know the lingo, like, if you ever looked over a legal document before, it's not, let me put myself on the main screen. Let me put it, and I'm not trying to defend them because I agree. And then let me clarify this too, because everybody's like, okay, cool. If you're not gonna, because everybody say like, people say like, I'm gonna look over my contract, I'm not gonna get screwed, but you gonna get the same thing that everybody else getting, maybe something slightly different, where they say, well, that's what an attorney's for. I don't know if you guys have ever had an attorney, and I'm not saying they won't help you, but they gonna take care of their pockets first. Think about it. Unless you just the golden child, you know, like if we can't compare like Diddy's son being signed because Diddy's already know the business. His son don't really have to sign anything. It's like, hey, dad, I want to rap and get in the studio with Chris Brown. Like, okay, sure, I'll make a call. You know what I'm saying? All right, it's Diddy. I'm coming. You know, sure, I'm pretty sure Diddy pays Chris Brown for his services, but you know, it ain't one of those where it's like, say I got the same amount of money, like access to what Chris Brown charges for a feature, but Chris Brown could respect, he could probably say no to Diddy son, but I mean, he going at least, hey, it's Diddy. Hey, yeah, man, I'm feeling what he doing. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying like Diddy's son probably don't have to worry about it because his daddy the owner. You know, if not, he got so many. They got access to studios and everything already in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming it's got to be there. I'm only imagining. I don't live there. But I say all that to say like the average person though don't always have that. So if you think about this. If you just a young person coming out, think about it. And I don't know, we'll use NBA YoungBoy for an example, right? I'm assuming, and I don't know, but if I'm a betting man, let's say 9 times out of 10, NBA YoungBoy, I'll just say this: he may or may not graduate in high school, right? I don't know, right? But I'm saying you're coming out of just rapping, you know, you're doing good because he was doing anything to make it as well. So finally somebody recognized you, you get the paperwork, you do anything, you know what I'm saying? Like almost anything anyway, where they're going to read over you. And I know they said there usually is a lawyer in the room, but those lawyers are provided by the labels. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the lawyers that work for the labels are going to look out for the label because that's where they get paid. Now, at that point, you say, well, hire your own lawyer and bring it. If you guys ever, let me put it this way, because everybody always say, good attorney, good attorney. I know personally, I've had over 7 different attorneys, right? And yes, my cases have been dismissed, but it was very expensive. So think about this, and it's on a case-to-case basis. All right, cool. I got a record label interested. I'm going to use myself for an example. Say I got a record label interested in me, right? And I'm going to sign a deal. They give me a contract, like, here's the deal, sign right here. I'm like, cool, I'm going to go get my own lawyer. Say I got a little bread, right? Think about this. When you put this in front of a lawyer and they see how much their deal is you're about to get up front, how much you think they finna charge you for their expert advice? You know what I'm saying? To take them on to be their client. You know, it's not, I'm assuming it's thousands of dollars. And you're thinking like, damn, that's really cutting into the budget. That's if you even have it. And let's clarify this. You don't get the money until you sign the deal. You may be getting good locally. You know, you may be making a bag locally, but you can't say like, let me take the contract. You got to already bring your lawyer up front, you know? And then to say if the lawyer don't know who you are, then do you think they really finna like, some lawyers take on clients on a case-to-case basis. So this is one of those going to be like, time is ticking type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that's what happened with NBA. I don't know. But I'm saying like it's easier said than done. Now, Manny, I see that you say independent role is way 100% profit. It is, but it ain't. You do, but you still can't do it all by yourself. Like, sure, you can start out by yourself. Like, cool. I say like I drop a song on Friday. It blows up on YouTube. And then I'm popping on Instagram. Say I want to go on tour. You know, I got to get that stuff. That stuff. While there's money to be made on tour, you got to put the bag up first. You know, not everybody got the bag to just go. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that you don't really, and I'm going to say there's a lot of things people don't think about in general, but I get it. It is 100% profit, but you're going to have to hire a team. And The team gonna want to get paid regularly. You know, if you gotta I'm gonna pay you, but as soon as my stuff pop off, all right, well, when it do, let me know. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. It's not, unless you're an artist who already pop and then you got dropped. But those labels, they're gonna keep your albums. They own them. It's theirs. You know, unless you're just that bad where they just don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen some people just give it all back. They didn't even care. It was a waste of time. You know, and to defend the labels a little bit, because they're not all the way wrong in some of the situations. They say, you know, hey, say we sign 10 artists, only one of them pop. You know, a lot of these other artists don't pop on a level where they can recoup all the time. You know, it's a gift and a curse on both ends, really. J Rod says Marcus Jordan has entered the chat. He mad because y'all talking about famous daddy. What you mean? Let's see. Manu the Kick says, or do what MJ mom did. Yeah, she did. She structured a deal. He had a great she got a great deal for him. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. The Slayer says Ice Cube walking away from the contract from NWA movie. He knew all along contracts need a lawyer, period. Yeah, he was one of the few that kept but see, look at that's another great example too, right? Think about it. He's in the group, 3 other guys, right? He's the only one. Everybody else already signed. And then think about it. Who is it? Jerry Helen that comes out like, yo, we're waiting on you. Everybody's already signed. You're holding us up. You know? Rude. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Ice Cube didn't feel comfortable. But at the same time, he didn't have a bag yet. But he had been traveling already and making the money. So I don't say making the money, but he was able to go to another label and they was trying to screw him. So, I mean, I'm very curious if Ice Cube even owned his masters. But Ice Cube definitely if there was anything close to getting like an independent route, it was probably him. I wouldn't be surprised because Master P did that where they got a distribution deal. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Ice Cube did. I'm not saying that's what he did or didn't do, but if I had to guess, that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't like that whole put that money up. I will say one person too. We can talk Dr. Dre in the mix. He went to 3 different labels. You know, think about that. You know, he was on the stuff with YEEZY and them. You know, what is Ruthless Records. Then he went to Death Row, and then he went to Interscope. So if anybody know about deals, that's the person who low key a lot of people should be trying to have as a mentor. But Dre himself keep low key, you know. And I saw stuff floating around with him and Suge Knight probably just gonna forever be beefing. I'm just convinced right now. But let me read this countersuit of the Ye's rebuttal to this. Let me share my screen real quick. Back to Mr. Ye. Boom. Says Kanye West countersues ex-business partner Kim K. Divorce had me stressed. Plus, you did nothing. Okay, so he's blaming it on the divorce, which I could see why that's being stressful. I could imagine why that's being stressful. It's dealing with his kids, man. Kanye West says he never screwed his ex-business manager out of a payday in a new countersuit, firing back that the claims their arrangement came about when he was stressed out and in the middle of a divorce. TMZ Hip Hop obtained documents filed by Ye and his YEEZY brand where he claimed the deal he struck with Thomas St. John, which is a guy who the guy who he is suing Ye, but now Ye is responding and saying he's doing a countersuit, says isn't enforceable because he signed in without help from a lawyer when he was sleep deprived, stressed, obnoxious, and under distress. Okay, so that is what Ye is saying. So Ye is saying that, yeah, where he claims a deal he struck with Thomas. Okay, so he's saying that the deal that him and Thomas had is none. This is my thing. So Ye is saying that he was going through all this stuff and he just kind of signed it. He wasn't in the right mindset. But I mean, you still signed that mother trucker. You still signed it. You know what I'm saying? And this is a document right here, but I'm not going to read through the whole contract. But apparently, homie obviously got some type of good suit. So I don't know if that's going to work for Ye. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. I don't know. I'm no lawyer. I'm no nothing. I can't, again, keep in mind, this is a guy who lost every single legal battle I've ever been in, you know? And that's not a good thing. That's not like there's nothing cool about that. So, and I know what I paid compared to what Ye paying, probably way different bag, definitely different bag numbers. You know what I'm saying? According to the lawsuit, Ye says he met St. John around March 2022 and they sketched out a deal that should place him on a $300K monthly retainer. Wow. So he's going to pay this man $300K to be his like manager. Sheesh. Kanye, that's crazy, bro. I know they be getting the bag, but damn. Kanye admits the two met during one of his many social media meltdowns, and St. John swooped in as a respected biz manager who could steer the ship back onto course. So this guy, remember we were saying this earlier that, man, somebody should really step in. This was supposed to be the guy that was supposed to step in to help Ye, get him back on track, allegedly. Although Ye admits to signing a document with, this is my thing, you've already talked too much already, homie, in my opinion. But although Ye admits to signing a document with St. John in May 2022, he claims he did so without the presence and counsel of his lawyers, and as high-profile divorce with Kim Kardashian was taking a serious toll. So, I mean, you don't technically need a lawyer to sign a document. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice and very wise and smart move to do, Mr. Ye. But I mean, like, if you signed it, you signed it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, though. I don't know. But that's just what my mindset is. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say you do need a lawyer? Who's to say you don't? I don't know. And I know I'm sounding like contradicting, but that's one thing we got to take into account here. Ye also says the increased volume of paparazzi encounters amid divorce was causing sleep deprivation, stress, and him being obnoxious. Okay. Ye is also complaining about a clause in the bare bones agreement that prevented St. John from being terminated for at least the first 18 months, essentially guarantee his bank account stayed stacked with Ye's funds. The union only lasted roughly 3 months, but Ye is so appalled St. John had the nerve to sue him for $5.4 million in the first place. He asked the judge not only to tear up the contract entirely, but to also force St. John to pay back the $900K he's already collected. So he actually was paying him. That's the thing. So he was paying him. So yeah, but I mean, 369, he only had him for 3 months. So I mean, but still, that's still a lot of money. Like, homie, I don't know. I would just personally take my money and keep it moving, but that's just me. Again, if homie feel like he's owed more money, he should, obviously go get it. Now, this is the latest thing I seen floating around on Ye. Apparently, this is where I wanted to tell y'all earlier, where I seen him. He's apparently getting the new rollout together, and it's. I'm just gonna read what's on the screen. I'm not gonna give my full opinion on this, but it says Kanye West ball models to the front, holds audition for new YEEZY line. So this is where I heard the new YEEZY line, and all the models he want them to be bald. I don't know what Ye is on. And see, this right here, not sure if this is doing any justice, but these are the shoes that we seen floating around on Ye. All honestly, man, Ye used to be, I don't know, man. He's changed a lot. And I know we've all changed, man, but come on, bro. Like, I don't know. He need to get back to his bag, man. Says Kanye West is deep in audition mode for his upcoming fashion show, YEEZY Sin 10. Okay. But this time around, he's seeking out bald models to show off his latest grab. The Slayer says, doesn't Kim get $200K a month from Ye? Shaking my head for both. Yeah. Yep. I've heard that as well. So if that's true, that means he was paying this guy $300, Kim $200. That's what, $500K. That's $500,000 a month. $500,000 a month. And my thing is this, though, if we're going to speak on the child support thing, yes, you should be providing for your child. But my thing is, this one is, yes, he needs to be contributing financially, but like, I thought Kim them was already rich. You know what I mean? But I guess, you gotta, it may just be the law too, I don't know. But they already rich. Cause, he fought that one like, the best he could, so I know he loves the kids. I ain't even gonna question that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let me hit the chat real quick. By the time he's seeking ball models to show off the latest grab, Ye held his auditions in DTLA Thursday, and we're told those trying out were to have shaved heads and dressed in all black. Okay, doesn't look like everybody dressing up. They didn't even follow the memo because they're all bald headed, but doesn't look like they're in all black. So yeah, we're told hopefuls got in line as early as 7 a.m. and some waited until 3 p.m. for a chance to be chosen. The rapper rocked a unique shirt after auditions rap too, one given to him by a disabled person who came into the audition. Okay, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, he has a heart. He definitely has a heart. Unclear what Kanye West got up his sleeve for the fashion line's 10th season, but the guys clearly got representation in mind while crafting the new show. Most definitely. So, and okay, so this is my thing too. I may play this real quick, but what's the deal with him and like the socks over his face, like the mat? Like I can understand the ski mask joint, but look at the. You see this? What I got? I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna try to mute it so I don't catch like no audio stream because I have a feeling it's just gonna be him walking around. But it's like, what's the deal with him like just blacking out himself? You know what I mean? Like, Manny says, shaking my head and yes sir, Slayer. See, that confirmed it. I'm gonna play this real quick. Let me see if I can just catch the audio, like mute it. Hold up, boom. So yeah, I guess this is it from earlier. I guess at the auditions he just vibing out. Whoa. Yeah. Says, by the way, we saw Kanye West jamming out to his own track last. Okay, this is at the. Okay, so all right, so this isn't the actual like show. This is like he was at another show jamming out to his own track. So wow, interesting. Says, all right, cool. Let me pause this joint because I don't need to see any more. Pause. Says, by the way, we saw Kanye jamming out to his own track last week at Jerry Lorenzo. Yeah, that's why I said Fear of God fashion show at the Hollywood Bowl, donning his signature full head mask alongside his wife, Bianca. So I guess it is his wife. Not sure how long Ye's had Sin 10 in his mind, but maybe Jerry's show got those creative juices pumping. Maybe so. Maybe so. So next thing I want to touch on is like the lawsuit now that Adidas is facing. Investors sue Adidas over Kanye West YEEZY deal. Now this one I haven't had a chance to really like break down just yet. Let's see, that one's playing on mute, so we ain't really got to worry about it. But I do want to see what the actual lawsuit consists of and go from there. Let's see. The Slayer says, never trust a big butt and smile. That girl is poison. Yeah, true. I gotta see what she looked like. I ain't seen her, like, I just seen like little images, but I ain't seen like her body or nothing. But you know what? I'll pull her up on the screen real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. Hold up. Cause I don't know what, like, I ain't really been paying attention to his wife. You know, I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? Kanye, I have a feeling, let me see if I can pull it up. I think it's Bianca something. So I ain't never seen her full body joint. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is her. Let me share my screen real quick. And boom. But apparently this is her. This is what I've seen floating around. But I ain't seen no full body shot though. You know what I'm saying? Misses her with him. So they said that they're married. I don't know. But I'm gonna see if I can just pull her up like I'm gonna see if I can just pull her up like by herself. Cause I ain't seen a full body joint. I'm just curious now. You know what I'm saying? So apparently this is her. Yeah. I mean, she alright. She's straight, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe he got her tight. So okay, so this is a better angle right here. This is a better angle. I wonder how he met her. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, typical Ye fashion. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I'm surprised. Typical Ye fashion. That was a better picture for sure. This is an older picture. So, I mean, there's Kim Kardashian. But yeah, this is probably the best pic of her. Let's see. Man with the Kick says, why Kim so heartless? Go back to Ye so we can get some heat again. If I had to guess, she probably took all she could take. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like if she's not with herself, you know, like if she's not feeling comfortable. Yeah, this is Ye and the new boo. She not bad though. She not bad. You know, I mean, it's not for me, but again, I can see what he sees. You know, I see what he sees a little bit. But I do want to go over this article. But yeah, she probably took all she could take. You know, ain't no telling what she went through behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And he already I knew my first signs of that relationship though, if I'm gonna keep it 100, is whenever they got together and he changed her whole entire wardrobe. And let me clarify this, like she was already wearing like top of the line stuff because they got every deal and sponsor they could ever want. And I'm talking to Kardashians. But reality is like when he changed her whole wardrobe to kind of like what he wanted, I'm like, I thought you made her for her to be herself. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know. That's just me. Manny says she was his main YEEZY designer. Oh, I did not know that. I didn't know she was his main YEEZY designer. You shouldn't do business and pleasure if you ask me. That's just if you ask. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a gray area because if something goes wrong, you know, that could jeopardize the business. J-Rod says Kim can still get it though. I mean, I ain't gonna argue. I ain't gonna say nothing, but yeah. I mean, like I said, I used to thought she was like all the way up there. I mean, like I said, I ain't given the opportunity. I know I ain't gonna walk away. I'll put it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the nicest way I can put the joint. But I'm gonna just leave it at that. But I'm gonna touch on this article real quick to see what this sue over Adidas is of the Kanye West deal. Adidas really sucks for them too. But I mean, all these people got money at the end of the day, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if behind the scenes Adidas wanted to try to make amends with Kanye. Because remember, we was hearing that rumor where they were gonna release the rest of the YEEZY sneakers, but I don't know how true that is. You know, this is just stuff we weren't hearing floating around. Manny says, that's a fact, Polo. Never mix that up. Exactly. You don't do business and pleasure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you with your boo, like, that's your boo. Like, you know what I'm saying? She got to do her own business side of things. You got to do your own business side of things. Now, there's a gray area. Now, you can do, like, a small venture or something like that where it's like, okay, cool. Me and my wife want to put out a book or me and, you know, something like that. I seen where people do, like, a couple's goals. You can do couple business stuff like that. But as far as, like, you come in, they start working for you. That's the thing. That's my thing. It's one thing working together versus the person working for you, where you're the owner, but your boo works there too. Even though technically on paper you the owner, if she feel like she dating you and you know y'all doing what y'all need to do, she feel like she don't came up to be the owner now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of you know what I'm saying? That's just where my thought process is, because like, you know, say like, if, you know, in a relationship, if I'm with my boo or whatever, and we like they got a business, and then you know I'm working for them, and then say like I'm working for working for J-Lo, and then out of nowhere, you know, me and J-Lo start talking, you know, yeah, I feel like I should have some extra advantages. You know, it's just gonna be a natural thought process. You know, that's just where I'm at with it. The Slayer says, and Kim will demand another $200K big pass. I don't see why I'm not saying she doesn't need financial help from Ye, but I don't see, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're billionaires too, you know? So I don't know, but certain states by law, you have to pay regardless. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay child support. So, I mean, it is what it is. And from what I was getting from that whole divorce situation, if we really want to go down the rabbit hole, I think that she initially just wanted to be divorced and call it a day and be amicable, you know, but once he was being extra aggressive, that's when she's like, all right, cool, I'll just do whatever the max is, you know what I'm saying? Because I think she wanted to settle everything out of court, but it wasn't going, you know? It was too many issues, and I don't know. So he may have just, to be honest, it's a possibility. Yeah, he may have just brought this on himself, you know, and I'm going to just leave it at that. Let me read this article. Will says, investors have filed a class action lawsuit against Adidas, alleging executives knew about the problematic behavior of Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, for years before the company ended its partnership with the rapper. I could see some truth in that. I mean, because let's keep it 100. And I don't know if this is true. This is all alleged, but let's just keep it 100 like we were talking earlier. What do we say? Man, Ye really took a turn for, like, you know what I'm saying? think about if we could see it as fans, imagine being behind the scenes. He was with Adidas since I want to say what? Yeah, I think they was with it. He went to Adidas with like 2015-ish, somewhere along the line there. Adidas cut ties with Ye in October after the rapper made a serious anti-Semitic remarks. In their suit filed Friday, shareholders alleged the company in 2018 knew about the risk of partnering with the rapper and failed to take precautionary measures to limit negative exposure. I mean, can we really blame Adidas for that, though? Because think about it. And I'm not trying to defend Adidas here, but if these shareholders already knew he was a problem and they probably talked to Adidas and like, nah, we got it. Adidas probably saying, yeah, he crazy, but he not that crazy. I don't know. I can see that a little bit. And the class action lawsuit means there's a lot of shareholders involved. And I'm assuming these are people that invest to keep the company going. And I think most likely, if I had to guess, they feeling the pinch in their bag too. If we're gonna keep it 100, Ye, this whole Adidas deal really hurt not just Ye, because it hurt Ye. It hurt Ye big time, but it hurt Adidas big time, and their investors that's been backing them. Seems like, I guess, if I had to guess, allegedly, it's hurt them. You know what I mean? If we're gonna keep it 100, and I don't know. I'm just reading what's on the screen. In the personnel risk section of the 2018 report discussion of risk, the company estrode its commitment to having an equable workplace and a strategic workplace management process known as people strategy, while failing to discuss how it routinely ignored extreme behavior from Kanye West, according to the suit. So basically, I guess they was trying to tell him, hey, get him under control, which in their defense, I can see that, because who's to say they didn't try? But I mean, if the person really didn't, I mean, you can only control somebody so much. And to be honest, from the outside looking in, it don't look like nobody could control Ye. Because I'm almost positive if him and Jay-Z did a whole album together, bro, I'm pretty sure he talked to him. He just didn't get in there and rap and go home. It's like, all right, I'm done my verse, I'm out, Like, I just refuse nobody to try to have a conversation with him. But there are some people that no matter what, you can give them the game, but you can't tell them nothing. You know what I mean? If we're going to keep it 100. Let's see. The Slayer says, Ye could have been almost a superhero famous if he didn't take a drastic turn. So much potential from graduation. It was it. Yeah. He was on the line, and he still is one of the greats. Let's just keep it 100. He's still one of the greats because we still talking about him. It just hurts to see it this way, but all honesty, sneaker culture, Ye did that. Music culture, he did everything he did. All honesty, at one point he could do no wrong. It's just, but some people saw the signs earlier because he really wanted to be signed. Remember they would show up where he was rapping all his verses and stuff like that, and they were fire back then. Let me read the rest of this article. It says, Adidas announced its partnership with Ye and Kanye West in November of 2013. Okay, so I was a few years off. But I think the first Yeezy didn't pop off till 2015, but he had the deal since 2013. They went and designed some fire shoes. I still would love the V1s right now. Like I got the Turtle Doves finally, but I really would love to have the Powered Blacks. Please and thank you. Let's see. The first Yeezy debuted in February 2015. Boom. Man, I'm the sneakerhead in me. The shoes surged in popularity even as the rapper came under fire in 2018 over remarks he made about slavery. Oh, yeah, where he said slavery was a choice. Again, he's always said stuff, but see, this is a perfect example. It's cool when you picking on your own people, or not picking, but it's cool when you say something about your own people versus when you go against the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Because we really wasn't cool with it then, but we just kind of like, whatever, man. We turned a blind eye to it. Last year, Yeezy accounted for about 10% of Adidas' annual revenue. It's got to be way more than 10%. Analysts told CBS Money Watch in October and February the company said it's expected to lose $1.3 billion in sales this year because Yeezy clothes and shoes will not be available. And that's only 10%, so they still should be good. But I mean, that 10% obviously is a big, it's got to be more than 10%. You know what I mean? But I mean, Adidas is worth probably way more than 1.3 billion. But you know that you know what I'm saying, it ain't like they just lost a few thousand. You know what I'm saying? We losing billions. While former Chief Executive Officer Casper Rosterd and Chief Financial Officer Harm Holzmeyer are named in the suit, Ye is not named as a defendant. I mean, he technically ain't a part of the company anymore, right? So, I mean, can they really sue Ye? I don't know. But I'm just saying that's just food for thought. CBS News has watched out to Adidas for coming. Oh, have reached out. I said watch. They have reached out to Adidas for coming. So pretty much that's on that. Let me see what the other ones. I'm pretty sure they're saying about the same type of noise. I'll just kind of skim through this one real quick. Adidas is facing class action lawsuit. Yeah, most definitely. So kind of, yeah, the German sports brand cut ties with its star collab. Yeah, I'm assuming that more tempered. It's got to be more than 10%, bro. I'm sorry, it's got to be more than 10%. I'm gonna read through this article just a little bit just to see if it's on the same thing. We just gonna keep it moving. The lawsuit, which represents people who brought Adidas securities between May 3rd, 2018 to February 2023, all alleges that Adidas filed to take precautionary measures. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. They basically, if I had to guess, they're blaming Adidas for not getting a hold on Kanye. If I had to guess, that's what it all looks like. You know what I'm saying? And this is article after article. It seems like everybody couldn't wait to get a hold of this one. And this is my thing, though. Can we really blame Adidas? Can we really blame Adidas for Ye's antics, man? I mean, I can say this all day long. And Ye, I wonder just where his mind is at. Do you think, and that's another question we should think, like, can Ye really do this without any, like, major backing? Think about this, and let me clarify this. I'm going to put myself back on the main screen because I think we pretty much covered everything I need to cover tonight, and we're going to close things out here in about roughly, we'll say about 15 minutes or so, in 10 minutes. We're going to just, I'm just doing an hour and 30 minutes tonight. Boom. But I'm going to say this, right? Can Ye really do this by himself? And let me clarify this. He's been doing it by himself, right? As far as it is his name and his branding that we're buying, right? We're buying this because of the Ye, like, name behind it. But the funds of the level of masses of he wants to reach, we've talked about this time and time again. The funds that he wants to reach, the crowd he wants to reach, can he produce enough product? I can speak from me and Dun's perspective as we get the sold out merch, shameless plug. One thing is, like, sure, right now we can handle the masses that's supporting us. I think we'll be fine. But once it goes up there, sure. But with no, like, actual, like, deal. And the thing is, my stuff that we're doing compared to what he's doing, and it's another thing we got to take into consideration too. We go overseas where things are a little bit cheaper. Ye wants everything in-house, in the country done, which is nice. But stuff over here being produced over here, the reason we don't get a lot of things produced over here is because it costs more, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? It costs more to produce that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially the quality and stuff he wants to bring to the table. Let's see. J-Rod says, I think that Ye hype died down. It sucks not having those drops, though. Most definitely. It stinged a lot of people, man. Because think about it. It hurt Nike too, low key. And let me clarify this. Not hurt them financially, but now it's like Nike can take their time and they don't really have no major competition. Whether Nike want to admit it or not, you keep an eye on your competition. You can't copy them, but if somebody's ahead of you or close to you, you can't help but know that, hey, he really is impactful. But Nike's also probably went back like, see, was it really worth the headache? That's what they're looking at probably now. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to keep it 100. And the hype on Yeezys, I think it can be brought back. To keep it 100, J-Rod, it's died down now because we're just some, especially not just me, but I'll say like the major like Yeezy heads, they're really like looking like, man, they looking, let me put it this way, if resellers are looking for a miracle for the sneaker community to get back up on top and get the sales back. If sneaker retailers are looking for a hope, like a home run, I can only imagine what the Ye supporters that only buy. There's some people that only collect Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine what they're hoping for right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just leave it right there on that one. Man with the Kick says he needs some investors to start up. Most definitely, you need some investors. And to be honest, how many people? Maybe some silent investors. That's his best hope. They're like, hey, I don't want my name attached as affiliated other than on the paperwork and behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely needs some investors. I agree with you all the way, Manny. Checks Over Stripe says, I never rock with Yeezys, but I do, however, miss all your content around Yeezys. Yeah, I get it. Yeezys wasn't for everybody, but it's still good to just see what it is. Like, I never forget when nobody claimed that wasn't messing with the Turtle Doves. Them joints sold out. And let me clarify this. I didn't rock with everything Ye was doing. I think, all honesty, Ye's personal life definitely got into, and this happens to the best of us. In my opinion, and alleged, a lot of his personal life probably came to fruition because, to be honest, if we're gonna keep it 100, if I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all know I was keeping it 100. Ye's mindset behind the design of his products left a long time ago, bro. Like, all honesty, I will say the V2s, after like a certain colorways, it seemed like they didn't care no more. They just to start throwing shades out there. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, it seemed like a test of like how far could Ye push it to still sell a product. That's what it started to slowly feel like to me, because I'm sorry, those 450 skeleton bone joints, I couldn't get with it. And then remember, we had the Derrick Rose collaboration fishbone looking joint that never dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of this stuff, you know, Ye is just a test of like, man, I can sell. He always came. It got to the point where it seemed like he didn't care so much, where he was like, I can sell anything to anybody because of who I am, versus me actually putting thought behind it. And I'm not saying that's what he did, but some of that stuff, that's what it was starting to look like to me. The Gap, remember, he had to deal with Gap, and he had the people putting stuff in the trash bags, man. I mean, like, dude, literally, in my opinion, I think he saved it. It just appeared, and I don't know, I can't say how he feels, but to me, it just looked like he slowly stopped caring for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the V2 models, I'm very selective on those. It's funny, I got all the colorways I want. And there's some colorways I wouldn't mind having, like the blue stripe, but not necessarily a need. Or I wouldn't mind having the Oreo, which is the black and white joints, but again, not a need. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Yeezy slides were nice, but you know, like, again, his stuff was definitely very out there. Frankie Bang Bang says, I'm pretty sure Yeezys is 60% of Adidas sales. I wouldn't doubt it. Think about it, because they saying they taking a financial loss this year. You know? You know what? I'm going to look up what Adidas net worth is. I'm going to look up what Adidas is worth real quick. I'm not even going to share it on the screen unless it's something crazy, but I'm going to see if I can just find it real quick. Let me see if I can just find it real quick. Adidas net worth. Like, so I'm going to just see what it is. See if we can find it. So apparently, the net worth of Adidas, as of writing, Adidas net worth is roughly 16.48 billion, and the revenues of 44.9 billion in footwear. So, and I'm not sure how close this is. So this is from, this is from 2010 to 2022, 33.61 billion. But that's my thing. Like, if Ye's only took out $1 billion, it's definitely got to be more. Because my thing is this: if their stuff is going down, you know what I'm saying? We've done topics on there where they said that stuff is going down. Kanye's net worth in 2023. You know what? I got to share my screens because this stuff is like, hold on, give me like 2 seconds, because I just typed in Adidas net worth and Kanye's net worth came up. I'm just curious if we're going to see anything interesting here. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm going to share my screen. This is from the parade. But again, take all this stuff with a grain of salt, because these people 9 times out of 10 don't work for them. Let me share my screen real quick, because that was something we was talking about at the live too. Boom. Yeezus take the wheel. Wow, I was not even expecting that. No pun intended. It says Yeezus take the wheel. Kanye West net worth in 2023 following Adidas and Gap partnership terminations. Yeezy's outburst finally cost him his billionaire status. And this is from April 10, 2023. We already knew that. It says Kanye West is a lot of things. Complicated, brilliant, creative. We read that. Following a series. I just want to see where we're talking about the money. Oh, here we go right here. It says, how much is Kanye West's net worth in 2023? Brace yourself. Ye was once worth an estimated whopping $2 billion. Yes, with the B. However, with his Yeezy brand with Adidas taking up a good $1.5 billion of the sum, his net worth is now estimated at $400 million. But we also got to think of the lawsuits and what he's paying. Think about this. This is just net worth. I thought it was still $400 million. Yeah. So since the German brand has ended their partnership, whoa, we can close that. Thank you. But yeah, so how much does Kanye West make from Adidas? Says Forbes estimated that West made, and I guess made means he did make, but he don't make anymore, was making $220 million annually at Adidas. That's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So how much royalties does Kanye West get from Adidas? Forbes reported that $1.5 billion from West's net worth came from Yeezus and Adidas is kicking him to the curb in October 2022. But yeah, I don't think he gets paid from them anymore. If so, it's not much. How much? And especially think about it, they're not dropping none of his stuff. So even if it is a deal, says can Kanye West sue Adidas? I highly doubt it because I'm pretty sure he did. Safe to say he ain't ready. He's got enough lawsuits already. I'm gonna just say that. How much money does Kanye West make from Yeezy? Who is richer, Kanye West or Jay? Come on, man. I don't even know why that's even a question. How much money does Kanye West make from his albums? This is one we was thinking about too. The music catalog, including his own releases. Let's see. Apparently, it's worth about $170 million in earnings. Still pretty good. You know, it says it is estimated to be worth a cool $90 million. In 2019, he was the highest paid person in hip hop, and in 2020, his highest paid musician in the world with $170 million in earnings. His income from each of his own individual album sales isn't publicly known, but is based on sales figures he likely did quite well in regard to. Yeah. So like I said, all honesty, yeah. But keep in mind, he don't own these masters. I'm not saying he's not getting a percentage, but you also got to keep that in mind too. So pretty much this was pulled up when I pulled up what Adidas is worth. So, and I'll put this on all right here. It says the net worth of Adidas. So I don't know how accurate this is. So, and I don't know why they're saying who's richer, Adidas or Nike. Clearly, we knew Nike was going to be on the forefront of that. So that pretty much wraps that up. So let me put myself back on the main screen. We're coming up towards the end of this thing, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up, man, if y'all haven't done so already. Definitely an interesting topic that I thought, like, we was just going to have a chill stream. But with Kanye, you can never just think, like, something simple, to be honest. Not this Kanye, anyway, in my opinion, and alleged. This whole stream, everything I said on here is alleged. Because, again, everybody's playing a lawsuit game, and I ain't got time for that. Or the means to be trying to fight somebody in court. Let me hit the chat real quick. Says Checks Over Strike says, I love Ye, just can't do the shoes. Okay. So you like him more musically. Okay, cool. Got you. You like more of his music. Manny with the Kick says, I'm going to grab some new slides, the black ones or brown. I think I wouldn't mind. I'll take any color of them joints though, but I wouldn't mind having some new slides though. I'll take any color of them joints. I don't want the brown joints. If I had to guess, like the black would be nice, but I wouldn't mind having like that lime green joint or the orange joint, something that kind of stands out. I wouldn't even mind having those to keep it 100, Manny. Let's see. CX01 says brown looks a lot worse in person. I like my black ones. Okay. Manuel Kick says LOL might stay the black ones. Okay, so he said he might just stay the black ones then. CX01. Manuel Kick says LOL might stay the black ones. Okay, that came out twice. But yeah, most definitely, man. I think we could all, y'all know I wear my slides damn near daily. So yeah, I could definitely use a new fresh pair, man. Most definitely. J Rod says the poop brown ones. Yeah, I think he did 2 different colorway. I think he did 2 different shades of brown. Cause you remember, they was going through that phase of where they was just making the next shade up or under. You know what I'm saying? I remember that as well. Just FYI, I definitely remember that. So, other than that, coming up on the 1 hour and 30-minute mark, man. This has been a good one for sure. I don't think Dunks is gonna be hopping on because I sent him a link. Let me see. I think we got some stuff popped off in the Discord. Appreciate that for all the people that signed up in the Discord. Other than that, man, we're gonna close things out for tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Definitely always an interesting topic with Ye. And we will be back on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, you know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls. And y'all know this is Music Monday, so I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. I see you checks with Overstripes as always. Enjoy your live streams. Thanks, brother. Of course, man. And I enjoy y'all. Y'all definitely interacting in the chat. Helps us run just as smoothly as me just getting up here in front of the camera and just, talking. So, Manuel Kick says, the lighter poopity scoops. Oh, man. Sad. I know exactly who that is, but, I ain't going to speak on it. And I seen some other things, but I may touch on that I may touch on sneaker YouTube in general on Wednesday, but I'm going to save it for Wednesday because this is Music Monday, man. So, y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. And of course, my name is Jeremy Jones, and I will be back, and me and Dunk should be back on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live. And I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
My God. Let's do the stone. Designer with coming, she poppin' too. And she ain't gon' waste no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' waste no time. Rolex studded with stones and flooded gym.
Unorthodox speed.
She ain't gon' waste no time. 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 She ain't gon' waste nothing. Rolex is steady with stones and gems. And she ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on that shit. And she ain't gon' waste no. On the road, she gon' get it. Duffel bag, she come equipped. Fully loaded and extended. She ain't gon' wait no time. Pulling out the light and it brand new. The bag on the arm cost a whip too. Half flip to the side, nails done too. Feet gon' match, little baby so cute. Ooh, she ain't gon' waste. Pull up in the wood, speed race. Drop the top, hop in, let me chase. Girl like to play tag with you, it's basic. You come through. Designer on you like a view. Girl, if it's a secret, I'm immune. With the heavens up above from you. Designer with coming, she poppin' tags. And she ain't gon' wait no time. You got them dollars, she coming with. She ain't gon' wait no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' wait no time. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' wait no time. 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 Nah, she ain't gon' waste no. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' wait no.
Get that ass a round of applause, she bought it. She gon' wear a crown hard and say that she got it. She gon' shake that ass for the hustlers in the bottom. Shout out to her cousin and the friends, they taught her. She got her degree like her granny and her mama. Fuck them little niggas, you don't want them, you don't need them. Don't trust the white man, they all just greedy. Don't trust these bitches, still got some your secrets. Let's stay wet like a string she licking. You got a big bag where her bag is deeper. Give a nigga chills like Jeepers Creepers. Eyes wide shut, but shorty still peeping. Big Draco with a drum she keepin'. Big Draco with a drum she get that ass around.
Designer with coming, she poppin' tags. And she ain't gon' wait no time. You got them coming, she coming with me. And she ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. And she ain't gon' waste no time. The Rolex is flooded with stones and gems. My God. Let's do the stones. Nene and Birkin, designer with coming, she poppin' too. And she ain't gon' waste no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with me. She ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. And she ain't gon' waste no time. Rolex studded with stones and flooded gems.
Unorthodox speed.
She ain't gon' waste no time. 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 Rolex is steady with stones and gems. And she ain't gon' waste no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on that shit. And she ain't gon' waste no time. On the road, she gon' get it. Duffel bag, she come equipped. Fully loaded and extended. She ain't gon' wait no time. Pulling out the light and it brand new. The bag on the arm cost a whip too. Half flip to the side, nails done too. Feet gon' match, little baby so cute. Ooh, she ain't gon' waste. Pull up in the wood, speed race. Drop the top, hop in, let me chase. Girl like to play tag with you, it's basic. You come through. Designer on you like a view. Girl, if it's a secret, I'm immune. With the heavens up above from you. Designer with coming, she poppin' tags. And she ain't gon' wait no time. If you got them dollars, she coming with. She ain't gon' wait no time. Sinead and Birkin, she on the shit. She ain't gon' wait no time. Rolex studded with stones and precious gems.